Every 6 months or so, Goldspot releases a Benu Euphoria in their drink lineup. Last year they released Pink Champagne, and this was Hot Toddy, and I have the first drink pen of 2025 from Goldspot, so let's open it up. Inside that massive box, we have this Benu box. We also have an ink. Colorverse and Luxury Brands of America created an exclusive ink with Goldspot called Cosmic Lime Explosion. This is a glistening ink in the Colorverse lineup, and I'm quite excited to put this in the pen. The other thing that's really cool about the Benu Margarita is it's scented. If you're like me, you've gone, a scented pen? What? Yes, Benu has done a scented pen. So let's look at this one because Bryce creates these and they are always amazing. Oh, the artwork. I love these. And they always do a non-alcoholic option, which as somebody who's dry, I really appreciate. And then you've also got the Benu warranty card and a standard international oversized cartridge. All right. Let's tuck this all to the side because everyone knows the main star of this show is the pen. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's really pretty. I love, it's significantly more opaque than my previous Hot Toddy, but they're sort of like in the same color family still. This actually looked far more yellow until I held it up next to the Hot Toddy one. And I love the holographic in that cap and how it's reflecting. And then, oh, that's cool. So I hadn't seen one of these uncapped yet. They've shown it capped in all the PR. And for an obvious reason. So that's fun. It's got a converter on the inside, just a standard converter. This is a fine nib. Look how sparkly that grip section is. Oh, I love this. 1 second. Am I missing the lime? Oh, it's the inside of the cap that smells like lime. Okay. Honestly, I expected it to have a much stronger smell. I expected it to be like a scented marker. But I'm not unhappy that the smell isn't super strong. All right, let's break into this very carefully. Sometimes you can just peel. I might just be able to peel. Haha. I won against the box. This is, look at that. Look at that. All right. We're gonna ink this up with the Cosmic Lime Explosion because what is better to ink up the pen with than the exclusive ink that matches this pen? Really, it's a fine Schmidt. It's a pretty standard fountain pen nib. The big deal is the fact that it's another drink pen, the fact that, you know, if this is your drink of choice, you can now get your drink of choice in a pen. That's going to be a very lime green ink. We are, though, going to clean this grip section and nib, and I'm going to wiggle all the air bubbles out and fill you up again. You are very green. All right, let's tuck this to the side and finished cleaning this up. Oh, I've still managed to get green all over my fingers. Good for me. I really like the icy look of the body. It's pretty. So let's grab some Endless Regalia paper. You know, staying in the Luxury Brands of America family. This is the Gold Spot. X Benu. I don't actually know how to spell margarita. Let's look at this shipping invoice. It's a very nicely tuned Schmidt nib. That being said, I don't know that I've ever had a bad Schmidt nib. What we are going to do, though, is we are going to put a drop of ink on this paper, because I want to see what this ink actually looks like. Ooh, that's green and sparkly. Not in a bad way, but in a, like, it very much doesn't completely match the grip section, but it is a pretty close match. And it's very sparkly, which I quite like, actually. I'm not normally a huge fan of lime greens, but I do quite like this. See, I think it's going to shade quite nicely. Like, even in a fine, it shades quite nicely. That's super fun. Huh. I quite like it. I love the sort of like overall look. I'm also surprised, like, I expected it to smell far stronger like a scented marker. It really doesn't smell that strongly, which I think for lots of people is probably a good thing. I do really like the colorway, though. I think this is going to be a massive surprise, because it was for me. None of the PR pictures have shown it with cap off. I love the shading of that ink. I'm not a greens person, but like, look at that sparkle and that shading. So, oh, it's got some blue in there. This might become a pretty constant green in my collection. So, thank you very much to Gold Spot for sending this along. I very much appreciate it. And these pens are now available over on Gold Spot, as are the inks. They are both a Gold Spot exclusive, and I will leave a link below if you want to purchase one yourself. Really, I don't think you can go wrong with any Benu Euphoria. It's just about finding a colorway you like. And I've been lucky enough to find two. Actually, I've now got 3 Benu Euphorias, but I've got 2 in the drink series that I think are really fun. So thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.